We join the super legit crew and guests before the show, one of whom is returning for her second episode. Sadly, due to a technical problem, you'll never hear the first one. Sorry, Alex.
You might hear crying in the next 20 minutes.
We've had worse. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that happens in the show anyway, so it's not going to make much of a difference.
Hi.
Fierce.
Wait, Kathryn, do you have a child?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yes.
I got a
Now,
3.5-month-old
here's the follow-up
and
question.
a 3-year-old.
My daughter is 10 months.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Oh.
It's the best. It's the best time.
It's so cool.
Like, yeah, she got you can say anything or do anything and she doesn't give a shit. Like,
yeah.
you got another like
You only got another 16 years of that.
7 months till she just turns into a fucking asshole. And
Someone with opinions
wants to
That's
do the opposite of anything you say.
Yeah.
She's trying to talk and trying to walk and trying to climb the stairs. So I just
Harley is also, like you're saying 10 months, but just so everyone understands, Harley actually looks like she's like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's a 10-month-old baby, but she is like
she's 97th percentile.
Right.
Yeah, she's no joke. Like,
in everything, even head circumference.
We're throwing
everything.
out numbers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when my first was the same. He started walking at like 9.5 months. And
Nice.
it's
very similar.
awful because they have zero self-preservation or coordination.
yeah.
Yep.
So they walk a few steps and then they just hit their face on something.
No, they
So much
like
falling.
actively try to kill themselves.
Here was
Yeah.
Oh my
my
God.
kid's move. He was off the charts head circumference, but regular everything else. So he didn't walk until 17 months. And we were saying to one of our friends' moms, who's a genetic pediatrician, like, yeah, we're a little worried because he's late. And it was at a wedding and she was a little drunk. She was like, of course he's not walking. Look at his head.
Yeah.
He's like a lollipop.
I too look like MODOK from.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Your head circumference level is at Charles Schultz.
I was born with this head, and then just like these were my arms.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This is my Funko Pop child.
Compton, let's go ahead and turn you down more after all.
Oh,
Okay.
Scott
God.
Spence was the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he was, and I was the baby.
Same
in the Lost
level?
World.
Is
Same
it
at
still-
the same, unchanged.
Give me 1
Didn't we
second.
find out
Yes.
that there was like a button that Chris pushes that actually turns it down and everything else is just for show?
I think he
All
did
right.
it in the software.
Is this
last
coming
time
in better
Windows.
now?
Yes,
Yes.
that's way
Oh,
quieter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
there
found the button.
Sounds like my love life.
She says she hasn't improvised in over a year, and
Yeah,
she just
right?
nails
Yes.
a clit joke right
Yep.
away.
I am who I am.
Most people have to search for that joke.
Oh, it was that joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey.
the show.
I don't think that joke exists.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Super Legit Podcast. I'm your host, Jet Kaufman, and we have a packed house today. Let's get through this list real quick here. We've got Chris Sanders.
Heidi ho, Improverino.
God,
We have Josh
What an
Spence.
original joke.
still the same old G, my guys.
We've got Sean Michael Boozer.
That is true.
We got Michael Heiman.
I'm here now.
Here's Chris Compton.
Hello there.
Stephen C. James.
Cleveland, are you ready to rock?
We have the return of Alex Rose.
Hi. I'm sorry my sound is poo-poo.
I thank you for saying it so I don't have to. See, this is
You're
great. I
welcome.
don't have to explain to the audience. You're just saying it right now. It's
Self-deprecating
all done.
comedy. That's
Yeah,
it.
yes. And joining us for the first time, we have Kathrynn Cobbs.
Hello, everyone.
You know, Kathrynn actually, and I can edit this if we need to. Kathrynn, is it Kathrynn Cobbs? Kathrynn Cobbs Genova? What do you go
It's-
by?
Well, for the sake of improv, you can say Kathrynn Cobbs, but I guess legally it's DeGenova.
Ah.
So Jet, say
All right.
both.
But-
Say
Yes.
both.
But really, this
But
is
legally.
like kind of the return of like pumps because we're both
That's
on.
true. That's
Oh,
true.
yes.
That's how I booked this. So
Which
we better...
is a Kathrynn Cobbs thing.
That is.
Okay.
You know what? I registered my name as Cobbs with SAG, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna get so much work off of this podcast.
It's true.
I know.
But this is a non-union podcast.
There was
Oh,
just a do
shit.
not work notice for
Well,
the Super Legit
yes.
podcast.
I'll see.
So
Yeah.
But we're going to try to go Taft-Hartley. We'll see.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
podcast guild is a pretty tough union.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
Jed, I have a question.
A lot of kneecapping, too. Yeah, what's up, Josh?
Do we have a question this week?
Oh, my gosh. Yes, I do have a question this week. Oh, thank you for prompting me for
I don't
that.
have any changes. Guess not. Okay.
You're
All
really
right.
gunning for that co-host job.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing? Is the co-host up for grabs? Can I be co-host?
No, Michael Hyman's
No.
here. Yeah,
No,
he's
Josh.
here. He hasn't said much, though. Like, he didn't ask me for the question.
Okay, can we do like a second round of voting for the co-host position? I'm
All
willing
those
to go.
in favor of a second round of voting for the co-host situation?
present.
I'd like to continue until we have about 15 or 16 rounds, and then we'll decide sometime in the middle of the night when no one's around.
Oh, our audience is going to wonder how long ago we recorded this episode when it finally airs.
So
Or maybe they'll know
point-
exactly what a recorded
Exactly.
is.
Yep.
still waiting for Florida to come in to find out whether George W. Bush or Al Gore won.
Yes.
Fingers crossed, Al Gore.
Uh,
We bank a lot
I
of
love
these
a good
podcasts.
hanging
almost,
Chad reference.
almost booked a Chad on this reference, but he
Oh,
could not
that's
make
a
it
good
tonight.
thing.
Yes. He was hanging on till the last moment.
Oh.
Zigs.
Yes. So, yeah, the question for this week is, what's your kryptonite?
Girl, Thin Mints.
That was so fast.
Mhm. Tell us about your Thin Mints journey, Sanders.
Yeah.
wow.
God.
Girl.
You said
Can't
that
get
because
enough
you knew
Can't
that
get
the
enough
girls
of
in
them.
this room agreed with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
As
agree
a
with
former Girl Scout, I can say that's legit.
As a girl, I can say that's legit.
that.
I know. I mean, I definitely started with Thin Mints, but
Yeah.
as I got older,
That was your transition,
Samoas and tagalongs.
Oh.
Samoa.
Do you
Uh,
freeze those, or do you just
Yes.
eat them like right out of the pantry like an
I would
animal?
do either. The tagalongs I preferred room temperature, but
Mhm.
I would still eat them frozen. Also, am I the only one that is it supposed to be a play on Tagalog?
I always wondered because I also mispronounced it
No,
Tagalog
I
for a
think
long
it's
time
just
until I
supposed to be
realized there was
like
an N in there.
Tag along, like, hey,
Yeah.
you're coming
Come
with
along
me.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think
they
it's
do
anything
Samoans.
remotely
Yeah.
They
Filipino.
do Samoans
but
and
are-
Yeah.
But Samoas aren't always Samoas. It
Mhm.
depends on regionally where you are.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
that
two
was
versions of
really
every
funny.
cookie regionally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aren't they? Was
Yeah.
it caramel delights or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
caramel
something like
delights.
that.
Do you mean
Yeah.
caramel delights?
oh really?
No, I do
Wait,
not.
so the same cookie,
No,
Ah.
Hyman and I will die on
That's
this
more
hill.
appropriate.
Again, that's also regional.
the same cookie was called.
In the
Yes,
South, they say Coke Delights.
Very accurate.
Now
We just use that for every food product.
there's I think it's a newer because I just discovered them the last couple of years. But those s'mores Girl Scout cookies,
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, those are good. Those
I
are
have not
good.
had those.
I
oh,
know.
those are my new favorite. I would
Are
be-
they
Oh.
are they a s'more that is then coated in chocolate, or is it?
Well, I also believe there are different regional ones, but the ones we get here, it's like a little graham cracker sandwich
Yeah.
cookie with like chocolate and marshmallow cream inside. It's
Interesting.
really
They're
good.
so good.
Interesting.
Really
Josh, what's
good.
up?
According to the Girl Scouts of America,
Thank
the
you.
Thin Mint is,
I would say I
no-
love
no
how
clearance
much
on the
you hit
Tagalog,
America there.
but the Thin Mints are the leading sales cookie every single year.
I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
Followed by number
Course.
2 is the Tagalongs.
Yep.
Samoa's 3.
Mhm.
Surprising, actually.
Savannah Smiles are 4.
Wait, and after 3, no one cares. about the
Savannah
rest.
I mean, I
Smiles.
feel like
Smiles.
after 3,
What are
it's like
what are
whatever
Savannah
box you have
Smiles?
left.
Savannah
yeah,
Smiles
right?
or Smiles?
Pecan Sandy.
Are those the
Savannah
ones?
Smiles is 4. The
What are
Do-si-dos-
Savannah Smiles?
What is that?
Isn't that
They're
the
the
lemon
lemon
one?
flavored ones.
I think it's the lemon.
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
ghost haunted.
Yeah, they're
These
the
are the-
lemon ones.
The Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Do-si-dos
Here's where
are
we find out a
5.
little bit about me.
Wait,
Thin Mints are
No.
my kryptonite in that I don't like them at all.
We
But yeah.
we were having stat
Sacrilege.
time with Josh TM.
Oh, sorry.
And
Sorry,
I want
sorry
to
about
hear
that
the
stat
rest
line.
of the stats.
Yeah, we were almost done.
We
Yeah,
were
geez.
almost there. Come on.
Yeah, calm down with your bits, with your thin bits.
Do-si-dos are number 5.
Uh-huh.
The cheap peanut butter cracker ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck off.
Trefoils, which is a great sounding name. Trefoils are 6.
Mhm.
That's the
and then-
shortbread.
Yeah, and then I didn't even know these like existed. Number 7 is the Rah Rah Raisin. Has anybody bought
are
a
new.
Rah Rah Raisin?
Oh,
No,
Those are new.
no.
I'm
They're
out
gonna be
on
gone.
the name
To be
alone.
so
Yeah.
old. So
what a
fast.
waste.
I yield the
Raisin.
Oh my
floor.
god.
Those are new, but like trefoils used to be part of like the staple. It was like Thin Mints,
Trefoils are
Samoas,
great.
trefoils.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was the
what
jam.
were-
But they
what were
added all these
trefoils?
new ones.
What were
They're just
trefoils?
shortbread
I don't know what
cookies.
those are.
They're shortbread
It's a
cookies.
Oh,
Are they?
It's
Super
usually
simple.
the
But they-
logo.
Yeah, the logo, the Girl Scout logo
Yeah.
is on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are going to a Girl Scout and buying a raisin cookie, that's like going to the nicest French restaurant in Paris and asking for the chicken fingers. Like, you do not get a raisin cookie,
Yeah.
period, much less from like an enterprising young lady who's trying to make her way in the world. You're sending her a bad lesson.
Maybe
That's
they felt
true.
like that there's a market of people who want Girl Scout cookies, but they just need the ones who want raisins, the people who like oatmeal raisin cookies, whoever they are.
Oh, those
They'd
are
Old
be
good though.
people.
Yeah.
No, there are people that say, look,
Old
I
people.
want Girl
Old
Scout
people.
cookies, but I
Yeah.
don't want to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hate this.
I need something to go with these hard candies in my purse.
Super.
Gather round, folks.
Robert,
I'm here in your town to bring you the latest and the kookiest of all inventions.
Ooh.
Witness my trefuffle.
Oh.
See how it trefuffles and it foils. Yes, sir, you there with the
I'm a-
black face.
I'm a rube. Tell me more about this trefuffle.
Ah, the trefuffle does anything you need it to do. Is it a flying machine? Yes, sir. Just
By
jump
the
off
way,
a cliff.
I would like to point out to everyone who's laughing about his comment about my black face. This isn't in any way offensive or taking advantage or co-opting. I've been working all day in the coal mine, and I'm also of African American descent, and there was recently a fire in my home because of all the people who dislike people in this town who are of African American descent.
It's
So
also
please.
1873.
Yes. I think we're all aware of the date. You got it painted in bright, shiny gold letters on the side of your car.
That's right. That's why I drive around.
1873, scams no more.
Scams no more with me and my trefuffle. Now hold on a second. Have you seen the Rah Rah raisins?
I was with him in the first
Yes.
part, but
Imagine a future where these raisins aren't just sitting here, lifeless raisins, on the end of my cart, but instead have arms, legs, eyes, mouths, and they sing. And they could be from somewhere else in the country. Somewhere that hasn't been discovered yet.
Hey there, you there. You, sir, I've got an idea for these raisins. I'm going out west to California. Do your raisins sing, dance, and like to wear sunglasses?
They can in your imagination. As for now, as you see, I call them the Rah Rah raisins because you need to say Rah Rah raisins because otherwise they are just lifeless raisins. But in your head, they dance and sing.
He's right. They're doing it in my imagination right now.
It's me, the rube again. Remember that thing I was saying earlier about appropriation and co-opting? Aren't these raisins just kind of taking the sort of idea of dancing and singing the way many of my people have in the past and just using that to market themselves as fruit? Nothing?
You,
got
sir,
nothing
with
for
the
that?
hat on.
Oh, wait.
Did
hey,
you have
you're
something
just
to
ignoring
say?
me. Wait, I'm over
yeah,
here.
point of order. I just feel like, just to piggyback on his thing, I feel like I kind of get the sense they're going to be singing Negro spirituals. Is that right?
You, sir, who could see the raisins in your head. What do they look like to you?
Well, right now, it seems like what they're doing is they're taking like a real person image, but then it's sort of being changed to project sort of society's negative ideas of what people can be onto that. So, what's a good way to describe it? Can you imagine? Okay, let's start with the idea of privilege. Okay, so with your skin color, as you were born, you're unable to perceive the microaggressions that are visited upon many of your fellow citizens, such as, in my mind, the raisins, every day. Okay?
I would like to point out real quick, he is not a rube. Not at all. Not even a bit rubish.
Oh. Now, please, my mother's Rubish, and Rube is a matrilineal culture. Ruby is a matrilineal culture.
Excuse me, I actually am a Rube. Are we gonna stop talking about the raisins and start selling some magic beans soon? Because I would like to buy some magic beans as well, if you have any.
I'm all out of magic beans, son, but in the back, I've got a bunch of shortbread.
Ooh.
Shortbread? That sounds
Shortbread.
amazing.
That's right. That you can cut and shape and form into so many different things that it's all the same thing, but you can call it so many different things. Call them tag-along smiles sir, where are you from? Name the city you come from.
Santa Clarita?
Ah, Santa Clarita Frowns! That's what these are!
That sums up
you,
the town pretty
ma'am,
well. Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Great. Let's call them Louisiana losers. Yes, you, young man. Where do you reside?
I'm going to interrupt again. It's me, Rube number one.
Okay,
It's
fine.
me, Rube number one once again. I really feel like you're starting to lose the crowd here. You're really going negative with cookies on this point. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, what's the next thing?
We're talking about cookies?
It's 1873. Okay,
Yeah.
We're aware of the year.
I was just hoping you could cure my gout
I'm
my
breaking
cancer,
boundaries
and
here.
my
Do you
blindness.
know of any other? There's so many salesmen selling snake oil.
One of my
okay?
fingers just fell off. I was hoping you could do something about that.
Do you have any of that snake oil?
Look, I ran into
I could really use some
on
snake
my
oil
way
right
here.
now.
I ran into a group of young girls, okay, and they were in the woods looking for something, and they had these wonderful recipes.
Cut to the
for
girls
cookies.
in the woods.
Hi. Do you know any, do you have shortbread?
I don't have any shortbread.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm but a measly salesman out of work, just traveling.
Do you think that maybe internally you feel like a shortbread?
I don't.
Because you're short.
And very white.
I am quite small.
Why would you tell us a story that's humiliating for yourself? You didn't have to give us that. Why would you offer that to us?
I felt threatened by being accused of racism.
Mr. Salesman, do you have any magic beans, snake oil, or cookies that I can desperately give you all my money for?
Look, I just have cookies, okay? I have these cookies that were made by these girls. Well, these girls gave me the recipes, and I kind of put it together, okay? And then instead of just selling cookies, I decided that maybe I could turn them into something else, like the trefuffle. It's not a flying machine, okay? It's just some cookies. And, there's a pencil in the middle, so they spin. This pencil's in 1873, correct?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that there are actually no Samoans involved in the creation of Samoans? Well, that sounds like clear cultural appropriation.
I'm out.
You know, there are definitely not any human beings of any kind involved in the cookies.
I assume you guys are all wondering why I invited you all to the campfire here in 1873.
We're aware of the year.
We're gonna brainstorm some ideas here.
You have
the
it tattooed
cookies-
on your forehead, which seemed like an odd choice to me.
It's how my family lives.
Also, I'd like to say I'm quite glad that the reason I've been summoned to this campfire is cookie related, because I was very frightened for a long stretch there.
Hey, look, it's Rube 1. He's back.
The cookies are not selling well at all. I don't want to blame salesmen. Maybe we should work on marketing. I understand across the pond, they call them biscuits. Maybe if we went with that idea of selling them as biscuits, and then we could start calling biscuits scones. And then we could charge $8 for the scones because nobody's going to pay $8 for the biscuits.
$8?
But then,
That's more than I'm making a year.
Because it's
I forgot. It's 1873.
We know the year.
How could you stop being aware of the year?
And you're the one with it tattooed on your forehead.
I can't see my own forehead. You think there's mirrors in 1873 just everywhere? I have to wait till I pass a crick to look at my own face.
A what?
A crick.
Hey, come on.
Whoa.
Y'all cut it out.
To be
He's
fair,
crying.
in the mirror it says 3781.
He's crying, okay? Come on. Now, what were you saying about...
I just
what were you
wanted
saying about
everybody to...
scones that were more valuable than a human life?
human life in 1873 is right around $150, so it's not quite as expensive as a human life. I'm just saying, there's a lot to be gained from a name.
Counselor Carter, I have a question. You're saying that you went across the pond and you found some different type of cookie called a cracker?
No.
Oh.
I heard that they call cookies biscuits.
Oh.
Crackers are someone that would name a cookie after a person or a people. That's a cracker.
Oh.
Everybody say legit on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Legit!
And that's how you find the end
That's
point.
fair.
Yeah. It wasn't going to get better for anyone, really.
I just like that he had it tattooed on his head the year. And
The worst place. For
I
it.
mean, that's one of those tattoos that you don't regret for around 364 days.
Yeah. Well, it depends on when you got it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe he really thought 1873 was going to be his year.
Yeah.
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 what's the question again, Jet?
What's your kryptonite?
Lately, for me, my kryptonite has been.
You don't have questions?
I did. I just asked you.
Okay.
What year is it, Jet?
You don't want to elaborate, get real specific, flip it around on its head a little bit.
Why are you guys asking the cop, hey, are you sure you don't want to give me a ticket?
You know what? Come back to me.
I'll ruin this yet.
You
Not
bunch of
ruin,
biscuits.
not ruin, overanalyze.
Yeah. Yes. It's what makes it better.
I love you all.
Very, very specific. All right. Well, since we're coming back to Josh, who else has got a kryptonite they want to share? What's that?
I do have a
that
question. I can
weakness?
come back
Yeah.
later with the question, right?
Yes, you are allowed to come back later with the question.
Wait, what if we
Josh.
said no?
Ooh.
Too late.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
You already said yes.
Yeah. Judge's
That's right.
decision.
Unless you want to take it to like a 12th round of voting.
Only
Oh.
12? Slacker.
I have a kryptonite, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. No, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure.
From the
Uh,
Batman room.
From the
Yes.
Batman room in my house. This is actually highly related to the rest of my house. So, for context, our house is themed. Every single room is themed in our house.
Love it.
That's
To
awesome.
Jealous.
something. We have a Jaws bathroom. My daughter's room is Halloween. Yes, our room is travel and theme parks. And my kryptonite and my husband's kryptonite are go hand in hand. Mine is purchasing artwork that's based on films and comics and
Pop
things that
culture.
I enjoy.
Okay.
My husband's kryptonite is purchasing action figures and collectibles and
Yep.
things of comics and movies
Sounds
that
awesome.
that he enjoys. So our house is filled with just what I have already determined will be my daughter's college fund. Because they hold no real value yet, but maybe in 20 years they will. But our house it's like from top to bottom, every single wall is filled with something, and I cannot resist. If Gallery 1988, which is an amazing gallery in Los Angeles that does specific artwork that's usually, kind of geeky related, emails me that a new print
What year was that?
Gallery 1988.
We're aware of the
Catherine and I know that year very well.
Yeah, yours was.
Yeah. They're founded
If
in
they really-
2015.
We know what year it is.
If they release a new print, I have purchased it. I have
Wow.
like canisters of prints all over my house. And I can't help it. I have no more wall space, but
I have a question.
be it.
Where
You're-
where does it?
Oh, see, the question thing is spreading. I like it.
Oh yeah.
So your daughter's room is Halloween themed. Is that like on the movies, or is it just the actual
It's-
holiday.
holiday?
partially the films, partially Universal Monsters. It's sort of like a catch-all.
Okay.
So she's got above her bed small little 4x4 prints of each of the Universal Monsters. She also has like plush of all of them. Dracula's the fave. But then we've got a couple other like pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern sort of things. She has a little Michael Myers plush. Big fan. She's a big fan.
Which started out as a William Shatner plush.
Yes, yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yes, but was gutted, painted white, and
Right, yeah.
yeah.
What happens if your daughter gets into a realm of pop culture that you guys don't enjoy? What if you have
Great question.
A sports baby.
Yeah.
Oh, sports baby.
This is my greatest fear. Honestly, I know enough about.
Super.
Yep, there it is. I knew it was.
Well,
Just lay it on me, Doc. Just hit me.
we got your test results back.
Just we can take it.
This is the hardest part of my job.
Just okay.
It appears
We can do this.
that you have a sports baby. Now,
I'm sorry, doctor. I know. I'm the nurse. I shouldn't.
don't apologize.
It's okay.
I wept on the way in here, and I will weep on the way out. That said, it doesn't have to be bad news. So, your child is a sports baby. Okay.
I'm sorry. I know. When you need
First
more
of-
vitals, let me know.
Okay,
You know,
first
I'm
of all,
not-
you're not just a nurse. You are a nurse. You are the backbone of our medical system. And I know what backbones are.
Now I'm gonna have to
Yes.
learn how to deal with this. But my husband Michael, we're cat people. Is there any percentage on him being or her being a cat person?
Well, there are sports mascots that
No.
are cats.
Yeah, the wild.
The
cat.
Detroit Tigers, the Detroit Lions, and of course, the Detroit Cheetahs, which are a professional air hockey team. I wish I could name more, but I was not a sports baby. My results came back. Let it out. But it doesn't have to be the end. It is an opportunity for you as parents to discover another side of yourself.
Cut to 5 years later. Dad, I just want you to be there for the big game. I'm gonna hit the home run. I'm gonna make it to first base and second base and third base. I'm really good. Dad, please, just come. Just sit in the stands.
I get it, honey. But are you sure there's not? Do people bring their cats to this kind of sport?
No. I mean, except for that one guy. You know, the guy who lives underneath the bleachers. Old man Tom.
Oh, and he has a cat?
No, just calm down and give him a pet. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll give him a pet.
oh, it's so loud.
I named him Bleacher Cat. Yes, I was just looking around here right now to come up with a name.
You know, it is lovely to meet someone that likes to go to sporting events and sits on bleachers that also likes cats as much as we do.
Well, technically, I sit under the. Get your hot dogs here.
Oh,
Honey,
Excellent.
I found a bunch of alley cats in the back part of the parking lot. Can you take them home, please?
oh, of course we can.
Okay, I'll start taking them. I'll put them in the Escalade. This is the best day ever.
Awesome.
Your hot dogs here.
Dad, I made the home run.
We're not here to see it. We're at the car putting cats in the Escalade.
Legit.
I think we were mid-story. No.
With-
Or not.
You can tell by that definite silence.
sorry.
Well, on top
Who
of
was
that
telling
though,
a story?
there is something to that idea of like toys definitely appreciating value. I was
Yeah.
Jet's Secret Santa,
Mhm.
and he's a huge Power Rangers guy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to really like knock it out of the park this year. And I was like, I'm gonna get like one of like the first edition Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Just really gonna
Yep. No,
crush
I know
it.
how that had to have gone.
And I look and I was like, oh,
Comics?
and then of course like he likes like not like the like one of like the lower Power Rangers. It's like the coolest Power Ranger, like either the White Ranger or the Green Ranger. And like you go on eBay and it's like $400.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I like Jet, but
Yeah.
not $400 for a piece of plastic that is gonna stay in the box.
No, and right now, like they're saying that the best, like one of the best investments you can make is in Legos. Like they appreciate in value
Oh.
better than like stocks and any other kind of typical investment. But of course, it's still random luck, just like everything else. Do you get the set that's actually going to appreciate in value, or some of the ones that like just sit there? Plus, you need storage for this physical thing that you have to keep in good shape. But some of them like increase in ridiculous value.
Crazy. I mean, speaking of things that appreciate, this is crazy. We buy our daughter Fisher Price Little People, which are, tiny little things. I'm sure you guys who have kids probably seen them, right? They've been making collector Fisher Price Little People. So, we started with the DC Justice League and we bought her, there was a set of Lord of the Rings. It's a beautiful box and, Gandalf. It's the Fellowship. We bought that for maybe $25 as this will be fun. It is going on eBay right now for $170.
What? Does it have to be in box? Because I bought that for my wife and son last Christmas.
I don't know, but it's still in a box in her closet, so I don't know if it's getting unboxed.
I will take their present back.
That's what I was wondering about the Legos.
Yes.
Do the Legos have to be in box?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah, it's a sealed box item.
Oh.
Yeah. Super.
As a little person, do you guys ever feel like we're being taken advantage of?
No.
Sometimes.
Who said no? Steve, did you say no?
I said no. It's just that most people don't see me. They just hear my voice and they just assume I'm a giant person.
You do have a very deep voice for being a little person.
It is quite a privilege that you've got there, because the rest of us, there's no mistaking it at all.
I was going to say the same thing.
True.
Yeah.
And I will say the irony is not lost on me that you have a deep voice and you are so privileged and you are the white.
Am I privileged? Because I've been trying to be part of the barbershop quartet for years and never been accepted in. Can't even audition, by the way.
No.
You guys just a bunch of sopranos.
Yeah.
But that's the harmony that we have.
Yeah.
Four sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would just throw off that balance for us. This is our thing. I mean, we really, as much as it sucks to be taken advantage of as little people all the time, sometimes you just got to lean into it. And this is the way we lean into it.
That's right. Lean in, guys.
Yeah.
Lean in.
Yeah. Own what you are.
I'm a fireman. I'm a fireman.
I like your confidence, fireman. Well done.
Thanks. Fire. Whoop, whoop.
But I will say, I'm a police officer, and I find it difficult to observe crime, what with my legs being completely welded together, and then just a little hole where I sit on top of things.
Thank you.
I will say, I don't know that I've actually done any actual police work. I mean, remember when the giant little girl that was in here the other day? I believe her name is Harl. She was very upset because the one of us that is dressed like a bat went missing. And I was like, now is my time to shine. I'm a police officer. I can finally do some work. And then I found without her, I cannot move or be mobile.
No, you were stuck standing on top of a tree, which made no sense.
Yeah, it didn't.
Now, Jet, I conceded to you that we're going to do every room as a themed room, okay?
Yeah.
But I think you're taking it too far. There's no way these little Fisher-Price figurines are talking to you. It's just enough, okay?
I mean, we gave them their own space. How could they not become sentient? So you commit to the premise, you give them the room, and you walk away. And what else are they going to do with their spare time but become sentient and live out their lives?
Suddenly, a fire breaks out in the corner of the room.
Do you smell that? It smells like some Tagalics.
Fireman, I saw the whole thing. You set that on purpose to give yourself something to do.
I like fire.
Oh my God! I've got to stop you. Oh God, I can't move.
Get him, policeman. Get him.
Flame. 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 Flame.
I've fallen off the tree. The tree.
Is there any way to contact a large human to grab policemen and stop evil firemen?
Is that allowed? Can we do that?
I don't know. Can we talk to them?
Think back to when we were watching that documentary with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen.
Oh,
there must be something we can do.
I mean, one of them got a little conservative later on, but they're still such great actors, don't you think?
Guys,
what I gathered from that
fire! Fire!
Yeah, I think if the human is an asshole, we can do it.
I'm just a cowboy. What am I supposed to do without a fire?
Jet, honey, get back into bed. What are you doing up? It's 3 a.m.
Oh, well, I was checking on the little people. I'm sorry. I know that they're lonely in there.
What could be happening in there? What? It's It's 3 a.m. Nothing good happens at 3 a.m.
You're right. They're good little people, you know.
Right?
They just throw their little parties, and you know they have their little cookouts and whatnot, and like
in their
I'm
box,
sure,
unopened. Yeah, of course. If you think
it
that
just
happens,
looks unopened,
I
but
support-
they know how to unseal it stealthily. You know they do. They're smarter than you give them credit for. Don't talk down to them.
babe, are you telling me that they actually opened the box?
Jet. As a representative of the little people, can I ask you a question? There is something going on that we have to share with you, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying. But it's really important that you come into
Jet, tomorrow, can you please fix the fire alarm? The alarm is beeping. That
Are you?
means we
Yeah,
need
you're
a new
hearing like
battery.
a high pitch. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
Come help us, little people need your help.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed. You play with your
Did
toys.
you leave your cell phone on?
No, it's right by
Did you not put it on silence
Babe.
before bed? Did you leave YouTube?
No, I'm. You know what? Do what you need to do. But just come back to bed soon, okay?
And that, my Discovery Plus family, is what Daddy Zaslav sees for the future of the show Little People on TLC. What do we think?
Oh, it's excellent. That's an excellent idea.
I know, it's very
Wonderful.
female
I'm
skew.
really
yeah.
glad that we got rid of Batgirl for this.
I agree.
I can't wait to cancel it.
Yeah, I
Strong
didn't want to
leading female
give
roles.
teenage girls, support or encouragement, but I think this really makes little people feel, large.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and respect.
And that's the idea.
It's very
That's the
respectful
idea.
representation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to do great, just like Scoob would have.
Is lunch here?
Boss, I just had a question that's off topic. Why did you pull The Sopranos and Game of Thrones and all of the Chris Rock specials and all of our movies off HBO? It seems the only thing people can click on now is just a logo that says coming soon.
Okay. It can't be any white guys fatter than me killing people. I don't like black guys being funnier than me. What was the second one you said? Look, it doesn't matter. I'm Daddy Zaslav, Discovery Plus.
Daddy, I just want to make sure that my show Tagalog's Language or Cookie is still being picked up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
And this week on Tagalog, Language and Cookie, it's a language. Good night.
Legit.
HBO Plus's highest rated show.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Speaking of television that is not sponsored by ads, Michael Heiman, you have an ad for our podcast?
Absolutely.
Great segue.
Can we take a moment for that segue?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
I've never
Thank
seen
you.
Compton
Yeah.
keel like that. That was good. That's how you know you've done good.
Come on down to Leech Emporium. We've got all the leeches to cure your humors and get all that bad blood out of your body so we can make the good blood. You might even say that it's bloody good. It's the other way around saying good blood, bloody good. We have all the leeches you need. We got little leeches for your little appendages like your fingies. We got big leeches for your femurs. Come on down. All our leeches are corn-fed and they have minimal slime. These are the Cadillacs of leeches. We also have leeches for your Cadillac. They will strip the paint right off your Cadillac. All the leeches you need. Talk to our celebrity endorser, Wink Martindale. He's dead? They took too much blood. Our leeches are so good, they'll kill any celebrity endorsement you can think of. So come down, Leech Emporium. We got you, sucker.
Can I get that impression again?
That was an ad. They paid for the spot. That was it.
Yeah.
That was
so
pre-recorded.
good.
That's
from
just
a company.
that's
Oh
just
my God.
good
Uh,
writing there.
You know who's going to be so bummed? When Wink Martindale finds out that he's dead.
You're always the last to know, you know?
And it was gruesome.
I can imagine him listening to that commercial going, wait, who the fuck am I again? Oh, was I on a game show or something? I sound really familiar to me. I was curious. So are corn-fed leeches, do they suck just corn out of your body?
Man, I saw corn-fed leeches open up a
They
Slayer.
just come from the Midwest.
Oh, okay, all right.
So good.
They'll take the high fructose corn syrup out of your body.
Yeah.
Necessary.
That's why they're so good for you.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Their
why else would
nemesis
they
is
deserve
Mexican Coca-Cola?
Yeah. Why else would they deserve an Emporium if they weren't good for you?
Yeah. Which, by the way, Mexican Coke is now made with corn syrup as well.
Oh,
But they now make a special variant of it for America. So we get American Mexican Coke, which still has cane sugar in it.
Wow.
That
Wild.
sounds
Wait,
a lot
what?
like a guitar
So
thing.
Mexican Coke in Mexico
Is corn syrup now.
is American Coke.
Yes.
So Mexican Coke has been colonized in Mexico.
Yep.
And then brought back here.
Yep.
Sans decolonization.
Mm-hmm.
It's
because of consumerism.
It was gentrified. Wait, so it was colonized there and then gentrified.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's the most American thing ever.
Right. Right. It does
Well,
not get more
they
American
actually
than that.
stole that idea from Fender guitars. Initially, this model of guitar called the Telecaster was made specifically in Mexico, and it was super sought after because of the woods indigenous to that area. And then when Fender bought it, they made that model, and everybody said, "Oh, this guitar sucks now. What happened?" Obviously, it was the wood. So what they did, they go, "Oh, we'll make Mexican American Telecasters." So they put a Fender factory in Mexico and then just sent the American woods over to Mexico instead of using the woods that were indigenous to that area. So now they charge like $1,300 for a Mexican American Telecaster made from all American parts that suck. Super.
I don't know, babe. The sex was so good when we were in Mexico, and it's just not the same now that we're back at home.
It was the imported wood. I know.
I know. I know. And your wood when we're not at home is
just American wood.
Now it's just American wood. Anywhere else we've been, I have had Scottish wood, fantastic. I've had English wood, so good. And that Mexican wood, there's just nothing like it. But now that we're home, I just feel like we're losing our flame.
Heiman, help me out here. We've been to Mexico. The tortas and pupusas in Mexico were significantly better in Mexico than in the Valley, right?
Yeah, they were absolutely. When you go to the source, the indigenous place where it comes from, yeah, it's just more authentic,
right? It was juicier, I thought, right? Like the meat was,
yeah, way juicier.
So you're also saying that my pupusa is better in Mexico than it is here at home?
Yeah, pupusa. It's just a little bit spicier.
Well, because you've had lots of pupusas. I mean, talk about
Brazilian pupusa is my favorite.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's big and it's smooth.
Yeah. We really gotta go to therapy over this, don't we?
I think we do. It's just going to be hard for anyone to understand us.
Well, I'm listening to both of you right now, and I think that the most important thing is that the two of you are listening to each other. So thank you very much. And just know that there are a lot of couples who come to me with problems within their sex life. And I find that any problem within a relationship always boils down to communication. All right? Sometimes it's communicating one's needs. Sometimes it's communicating one's wants. And sometimes it's communicating one's expectations. So what would you say, and we'll start with you. What would you say you're expecting from a partner?
I mean, all I'm expecting is really organic, indigenous, natural wood. That
my wood has a
term. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a space. It's a space where we don't interrupt. It's a listening space.
Sorry. I just
go ahead.
I can't help but feeling
so organic,
situation.
indigenous. Continue.
And this is always a problem for Kyle and I. It's always an issue that Kyle has to bring up his turtleneck because it's his own, and all I'm saying is I love things that are natural, that are real, and a turtleneck is real and it is natural, Kyle.
I know.
Kyle,
it's just
go ahead and respond.
I know that it's real and I know that it's natural. But sometimes I just wish I didn't have to peel back the extra layer. You know what I mean? So much extra work, extra step.
Well, Kyle, I will say relationships are work. And, there's nothing that is different about your body that can't be just a part of your personhood and a part of your body. All right? It's part of you, Kyle. There's nothing that you need to be ashamed of.
I mean,
your partner expects it and is proud.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and it is a part of my body, but you know what's a part of my body I wish we didn't have to deal with? The vestigial twin on my back. I just wish,
Well, you know what?
Hi.
Can we bring in Lyle? Lyle, is there anything that you'd like to say?
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I would love to say it. You know who hasn't had the best pupusas
Lyle.
ever?
I
haven't had any pupusas.
You don't even have
I've never even experienced wood.
All right, Lyle.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Now, Doc, don't let the fact that I paid for the check here side with you. I think my logic is sound. My boy Michael is saying that the Mexican sodas in Mexico are better. I'm telling him it doesn't matter where we're at, as long as we're drinking them together, they're the same thing. Who's right?
Okay, now I just want to clarify something real quick. You guys are paying a lot of money for couples therapy to have an argument about Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You understand the seriousness of this.
Have you guys considered...
We go to planchas everywhere. We've been to 8 straight plancha fests.
Have you guys just considered just wiping away all of this artifice and just fucking and getting it over with already? I mean, clearly there's a cracking electrical sexual tension.
Yeah, buddy.
It's Coke Light. You're sure you don't want some?
Yeah, I'm totally sure, Stephanie. Jesus freaking Christ.
But it's lighter Coke, don't you get it? Like, not only is it better for your midsection for gaining weight, but it's also better because they're not going to lay something light with fentanyl.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to sell it to you. So, because that's... Thank you for
oh my
being
God,
such
John.
a salesman, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
That's all you get? That was a sample. So if you're going to buy it, buy it. And I gotta legit take off.
Stephanie, I like the stuff that had the high fructose corn syrup. I don't even know what you're talking about. When we did it off that guy's butthole in Mexico, it was fine.
Oh, you want
so
some?
good.
I got some of that American Mexican Coke right here.
Oh, do you, John? Do you have the butthole Coke?
I
really?
Do. I got any Coke you want. I'm the Coke dealer. Why would I not have that?
You're incredible. Look at
I
the
know I'm
inside of your
incredible.
jacket. It's filled with
Oh my
all
God,
the
I just
Coke.
realized we have the same voice.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
what?
Yo,
Stephanie.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
You
But
owe me a
cocaine, not
Mexican
the
Coke,
soda.
a light Coke.
Did you want to buy this or what? Or did you want some of
Stephanie,
that?
don't.
Did you want some of that Norwegian fjord?
No. Stephanie, no. Don't. Stephanie, no. Stephanie,
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. I gotta give it to you. No.
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
Lyle, I think it's time you and I had a discussion. I don't think that we can continue on like this, so that's why I've asked you, Lyle, here to couples therapy today.
What?
Yeah, Lyle. I think just be a listener, Lyle. All right? Kyle's got
That's
some
all
things
I
that Kyle
ever
needs to
am.
say.
I'm just on her back.
Lyle, it really bothers me that you can't be in this relationship with me, not against me.
That's unfair because I am literally against your back.
Now, Lyle,
If
that's
people
a lot
would
of...
describe how you look, they would say she has another human against her.
Now, Lyle, we want to make sure we're not blaming or accusing.
We've got the results back, and this is the hardest part of it.
Just tell me.
Your baby, your sports baby. I let it out.
God,
Let it out.
I really wish my husband would be more emotive than this.
It turns out she has another baby against her. Now, if you look at this X-ray, you notice how it has 2 babies?
Yeah.
That second baby is the baby that is against the first baby.
Okay, doctor, I'm sure you know you're here because you've been X-raying pregnant women.
Yes?
Would you would you like to tell us why you wouldn't do a simple ultrasound, which would give you so much more information and not damage the small little fetuses that are trying to grow inside of the aforementioned mother?
Okay, this malpractice suits are the hardest part of my job.
Doctor, there's too many art babies being born. We must create more sports babies. What's your recommendation?
Do we have some sort of, I don't know, radiation machine?
A radiation machine would be perfect to create more dumb sports babies.
Oh, and then even if the lead apron breaks open, it will make them dumber.
Oh, dumber and stronger, full of lead. Babies full of lead are sports babies.
All right, look, I understand that the NFL is typically seen as a very above-the-board organization.
Oh,
but this looks like the kind of thing that I can be a part of.
This is your chance. This is your chance to be in the NFL as a dorky, nerdy doctor.
Exactly. I spent my whole
excuse
life.
me. I'm sorry to interrupt. Doctor, Mr. Roger Goodell. The doctor's got a series of appointments today, so we've got to just sort of keep this a bit short. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
yeah, come on. As a personal assistant here, I got to tell you guys, let's get the lead out. Let's get things moving here.
All right.
Okay,
So we got a plan?
Go x-ray some women. Go x-ray some women. Pregnant women only. Yes.
Wait.
Are you sure, doctor? I mean, I'm 24 weeks, and I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to have an x-ray.
Look, being contradicted is the hardest part of my job. All you're supposed to... I think what you're getting x-rays confused with the gamma radiation, which an overdose of which is very dangerous for pregnant women if they get angry.
Okay, doctor, would you like the soup or the salad with your lunch today?
This choice is the hardest part of my job.
Legit.
Oh my god.
I will say I don't have a kryptonite. I don't have a kryptonite. I was thinking about it.
Perfect.
I got no. I just have a lot of stuff that I don't like and a lot of stuff that I do like. But I don't really think of anything as my kryptonite.
But nothing that would
I think it's from the planet that you're from.
Nothing that would make you melt. If you, because I suppose it could work either way, right? Because it could be something that is so off-putting to you that it crumbles you, or it is so you want it so bad but you can't have it, and it crumbles you in the same way.
Yeah, I can't.
You have nothing.
I mean, maybe I'm not understanding the depth of the crumbling. But it's just like, I really like peanut butter and chocolate.
You're Superman, and you can't be super.
Yeah, like the one
That's
thing
the
that,
depth.
You're just a man.
Yeah.
And nobody wants
Or
that.
are you a Muppet of a man?
I think it's just that I'm never actually
you a
super.
fireman.
Yeah. Apparently, the existing in the world is
Are
my
you a little
kryptonite.
man?
I'm a little person. Thank you. Fisher Price, little person. Yeah, I don't got it. I don't got it.
There's not one thing.
Not
It
that
sounds like your kryptonite
It's
is
not
the
a-
idea of kryptonite.
The mere concept.
Meta.
Yeah, I don't know. Compton knows me incredibly well. He's probably seen me do something where he's probably thinking right now, like, oh, I know what fucking Steven's kryptonite is, but I just can't think of it. Yeah, I don't know.
What is it?
Yeah, I mean, I
This
guess
is great.
I'm
There.
if the idea is something that is like the one thing that you can't stand and will stop you from doing whatever you're doing. Is that it?
Oh, well, then I would. Okay, then wet socks. There we go. Great.
Those suck.
Yeah.
Those are
Which is-
absolutely the worst.
That's
universal
actually
human truth.
Superman's kryptonite.
Yeah,
But
that
that's-
is a universal human truth.
This can stop you from doing everything and anything and everything. I mean, even the thing that you most desire to do. Suddenly, if there was a wet sock thrown
I
in the
appreciate
mix,
that Sanders has defined this question in such depth.
I
mean,
Wait. We appreciate it when he further defines a question.
Yeah, he's coming up with answers.
I
not
may have been
questions.
sarcastic.
Super.
Okay, well, welcome to the Cranberry Bog, everybody. Well, here's what I need from you. What I need from you before we get started. We're going to go over a couple cool ground rules here. It's really cool to be in a Cranberry Bog. Cranberry Bogs are the best. What I want you to do, take off those boots, keep on those socks. Okay?
What?
Take off those boots, keep on those socks. we're gonna walk straight into the cranberry bog and watch out for wolf spiders. Okay, everybody good to go?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, lady.
Isn't this going to make our socks incredibly mushy?
Oh, yeah, it is.
And stain them just bright red, too? Yeah.
Potentially, but maybe not.
Are we leaving her exposed to both, perhaps trench foot and wolf spider bites?
Yes, correct. And here's the thing
here?
about the wolf spiders in the cranberry bog. So, when we flood the cranberry fields, keep the cranberry bog, create the bog here, the water and the cranberries, the wolf spiders, they were actually adjusting in the trees. So the wolf spiders are going to crawl up to whatever the highest point is, and that's going to be you. So definitely watch out for those wolf spiders.
Can I just jump on one
so
thing real
many
quick?
little guys on my arms.
This is like my third tour here, and
Yes,
about
welcome
the
back,
trench.
Mr. Card.
Thank you so much. About the trench foot, like it's.
Yes.
I've had it 3 times, but it's worth it every single time.
Yeah,
the feeling
definitely.
that
Definitely.
you feel.
Yeah.
And if you get kissed by one of those wolf spiders, consider yourself lucky because
love to
it
see
is
it.
a
We
hell
love
of a
to see
ride at the hospital.
That's enough talk. Just get out here.
I know Sweet Caroline's out there waiting for you.
Now, can I ask real quick, is it true that that just peeing in the bog will actually cure your kidney stones in some kind of a weird reverse trading of fluids?
I'm just going to start.
Please don't pee in the bog. It will not reverse your kidney stones. However, if you have a UTI, instantly healed. Yep.
Okay, so don't pee in the bog again. Got it.
I'll wait for the results.
This is the hardest part of my job.
Legit.
So, Jet, I have a question.
Okay.
First of all, like I may have several other questions. So my first question is, do we have enough time?
No.
Enough in the universe or on the show?
No, in this episode, because I got like 7 questions.
Oh God, no. No, we're about ready to wrap this
I'm
up.
intrigued.
I was
I
waiting
know.
for your question much earlier in the show, and then you just were like, "Nope, this isn't happening now."
What
You
if we
guys
wrap
were
up on me
assholes
right
to
now?
me, and
What
now
if we
it's just like-
speed? What if we speed round these questions?
Yeah, don't be
yeah.
such a
Yeah.
papusa,
All right.
Jet.
Yeah.
Lightning round, Josh, go.
All
Fire
right,
away.
fine.
Okay,
Just
questions.
fire away with these questions.
Coke-like
I
questions.
wasn't
Go.
expecting this. This is great.
Question
Thank
the
you, guys.
first, go.
All right,
Okay,
everyone has overruled the host, so fine.
12th vote. Yes. Does the kryptonite have to be money related or time related?
Neither.
Neither of
Neither.
those.
No, go next.
Does it have to be like a relevant thing now or something that's always like you've always had, or is it like a new
Either
thing?
or.
Either. Next.
Next.
Go.
Actually, I think that's it. Okay, so
That wasn't 7.
7.
I'm good.
Well,
I'm good at
hold on a
counting,
second.
and that wasn't even close.
I was
I'd
saying
like
5
5
more
more
questions.
questions.
he probably had
Okay.
sub questions depending on what answers he got.
Yeah, he got all the
See
wrong
that?
questions, and
Jeez.
that was just it. It closed off all the pathways.
yeah. Well,
All right.
okay. So
well, now that you got those questions out,
No, wait,
Josh, I think it's
no.
time to wrap up this
No.
show.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. The episode was hosted and edited by Jet Kaufman, co-edited and produced by Christian Evely, and co-hosted by me, Michael Heiman. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. Loving what we're doing? Please pause real quick, write a 5-star review before you close the app, and tell your friends about us. And of course, tonight's cast included Chris Sanders, Josh Spence, Sean Michael Boozer, Chris Compton, Stephen C. James, and our very special guests, Kathrynn, Cobbs, and Alex Rose. Do you two want to plug anything? Tell people
Yeah, we
about
used
stuff.
to be on an improv team called Pumps. You can
We're
follow
still an
us.
improv team called Pumps. Alex, you shut
Yeah.
your fucking mouth.
All right, plugs for
Pumps
performances
forever.
5 years ago at a closed theater. Great.
But now you're part of the super legit repertoire of like
We
Yeah.
love
returning
that.
guests.
We love that.
Yes.
You know,
Do you guys have a MySpace page we can plug?
Yeah.
Friends
Which
It's
still
probably
exists, by the way.
Right.
Yes. We
Top
have.
Can we look you
got
up in the
Pumps
yellow
Comedy website. We've got Pumps Comedy Instagram. We've got Pumps Maybe we'll be forced to post something because of this.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay, we could.
that's
We could.
exciting.
That could be
We
a
could.
comeback.
When you get the super legit bump.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's 4 likes from 4 of us
Oh.
on this team.
Is that
We need that.
Only 4? Who's holding out?
I got the
this-
super
I don't
legit
believe in
bumps
the
too.
internet.
If that's what
Yeah.
it only comes in bump form.
No,
I thought the super legit bump was Lyle.
it's going to be great for you guys. I'm looking ahead And 2001 looks like it's going to be a great year for everybody.
We know what year it is.
Yes.
We're aware.
Okay, hey, so Jet?
Yeah. What's up, Josh?
No, literally. Can I ask my question now?
No.
I believe we all know that Jet is in fact Josh's kryptonite.
All day, baby.
Oh, love it.
But we can start recording now, Josh.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh,
And that's it.
Yay! That was very
But I
fun.
feel wait, is Josh is your kryptonite also Dave Grohl? Like, do you melt when you see him and you
I
can't
would say,
do anything else?
what about guitars? Are guitars your kryptonite?
Oh yeah,
That's one of them for sure.
Yeah. That's what I figured where your
you
figure
know what,
might
you know
go.
what the worst part is I bought one guitar on payment plans, and now I have like, and that's when I had like shit credit, and now I have like really good credit because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And like they're like, hey, we'll give your credit $10,000. I'm like, I don't need. I don't.
Right.
It's like they just handed me Chekhov's like guitar or something. It's like I don't. No, they're like, you can buy a studio.
It gets strummed in the third act.
Yeah, he used to direct the Cherry Orchard.
You vouch for me on this. How many
Yes.
times have I sent you? I think Steven too, where I've sent you guys a fucking photo of a guitar being like,
72.
look at this. Look at this.
72 times.
Like, yeah, it'll be like a Gibson ES335. I'm like,
Hold on.
look
Hold on.
at the
Hold on.
shading.
I just got a text. All right, 73.
Yes.
Yeah.